Well, we did it. We got our video editing and our stuff situated here. So welcome officially to the first broadcasted. What would you call this? Video filmed what episode?
First
Yeah.
podcast.
Episode of the Digital Demons podcast. Now you can see faces of the podcast here. We're filming this on 4th of July, so this is a good one. It's a good one to film on 4th of July, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a very spirited day here in the States, the good old US of A. Yeah, this is the first one that I've done since I've been back from my little work trip, and I'm happy to be back.
How does it feel to be back?
It feels good. It feels really good.
How do
Yeah.
you feel?
After being like away for a while like that, especially in a place that's like not familiar, you get to be like, I wouldn't even say homesick, but it makes when you get home that much better.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah, because you do take a lot of the little things here for granted, and I'll admit that for sure. But yeah, I'm back. We're doing the 21st episode now, and 21 of them down, and hopefully a million more to go. I got a bunch of new stuff that you guys really can't see on the video, but I got a ton of new equipment when I got back because I wanted to really up the ante for the show and stuff like that, and I think I'm on my way to doing that now because I bought so much shit. I went out and bought the Rodecaster Pro 2, and that thing is phenomenal. It's got a lot of crazy shit on it. Still working off the laptop and everything, but I have a new camera, which you guys are being filmed off of right now, or we're being filmed off of. You guys are watching the footage from all the little gadgets, doodads, and stuff like that that are being used in conjunction with all this new gear. A couple new microphones, still the same stands. But yeah, got a whole new setup, and now I'm ready to really, really get into the side of video editing and just better quality podcasting. I mean, the other ones were cool, but it was a little on the kind of, what would you call it? I wouldn't even say ghetto rigged, but like,
Starter.
yeah, it was really, really like beginner kind of thing. And I was just kind of
Yeah.
trying to like find my way, like editing and stuff like that. And so now that I have the video aspect of this whole thing going on, it's going to be another challenge. So I wouldn't expect the podcasts to come out immediately the same day that they're filmed. So this might be delayed like a day or two while I kind of dip my toes into the video editing side of things, which I'm very unfamiliar with. But, I learned how to do the other stuff and get those episodes out. So I don't think it should be too much of a challenge to get these episodes edited and done up the right way for everybody. So yeah, it is 4th of July. Happy 248th birthday to the greatest country in the world.
Heck yes.
Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys are making it, if not made it safely, to the 5th of July and beyond. Because guess what? There's a lot of people that blow their hands off and shit with fireworks.
Insanely.
And I'm not going to be one of them because we got the safe and sane fireworks. And even though we got those ones, they're still technically not on the legal side of things. It's so stupid, like the laws over here. It's pretty ridiculous. But either way, happy birthday to the US of A. And man, what a week it's been, dude. I didn't have too much going on during the week, but yeah, it's been an impressive week. We saw the debate going on between Trump and Biden, and man, the commentary on that was phenomenal. If you guys know,
Amazing.
if you guys have been listening to the podcast, now watching the podcast, you'll know we're pretty on the Republican side of the fence, I guess, conservative side.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just crazy. Like I was already dying laughing the second that Biden hit the stage, dude. That shit was so funny. When he like comes out and he
Horrible.
goes to wave to everybody like, "Hey." And then he goes, "Oh, nobody's there." Like, "Hey, yeah, guess what? You're the one that set the rules. Like your people set this shit up. You should have known that was coming."
Yeah, like
And then
there's no one there.
yeah.
Sorry.
Guess what? Yeah, there's nobody there. I think the whole time though, the guy was just flopping. It was just a continuous just shit show from this guy.
Yeah.
They got into everything pretty heavy, but he just got fucking demolished on by Trump, as we all knew what it was going to be. We knew that was going to come. It was crazy because like at one point even too, he was like mumbling and jumbling his words up and stuff, and then what did he say? He said oh yeah, when Trump was like, I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence, and I don't think he knows what he said either. That shit had me on the floor dying, like literally like holding my stomach dying, because we knew what was gonna happen. Like he was gonna just totally bomb this shit, but he ended up getting roasted also
Yeah.
at this debate, and I thought that shit was hilarious. Another thing to point out too was that when he made his claim, the Border Patrol Union endorsed him, and they jumped on Twitter and were like, "No, yeah,
Wrong.
yeah." They said they had never endorsed him, but they did for sure endorse Trump. That was another little embarrassing moment.
Yeah. That was
Dude, it was all fucking just a mess. But I think the major part too, and I have them listed on here, and it really fucking irritated me when he said this, was that not a single soldier had been harmed or killed the entire time of his presidency, and
Yeah.
that just really irked me, because if he remembers correctly, if he had half of his brain still functioning, he would have realized that there's been, what is it, 13? There was 13 just in Afghanistan. I think another 3. Yeah, the 13 in Kabul, and then
There was a bunch.
yeah, there
Like
was
for him to
another.
say that there was like no casualties. It's like, are you for real?
Yeah,
Like that's not. You're wrong.
yeah, it was a lot of people, and actually, I have the names here. So they were Navy Corpsman Max Soviak, Army Staff Sergeant Ryan Naus, and Marines Hunter Lopez, Riley McCollum, David Lee Espinoza, Kareem Nakui, Jared Schmitz, Dagan Page, Taylor Hoover, Umberto Sanchez, Joanny Rosario, Dylan Marola, and Nicole Gee, or G, however you pronounce that. Those were the ones in Kabul that he forgot about, and we're definitely not gonna fucking forget about it on America's birthday. And
Nope.
I think that that's an important thing to say and just remember, because the country's been founded off of the blood of these soldiers and stuff,
Yeah.
throughout
absolutely.
history. And for
Yeah.
him to forget that is insane. And then there was the other 3 that was just 5 months prior to that,
Yeah.
and they were Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, Specialist Kennedy Layden Sanders, Specialist Brianna Alexandria Moffitt, and they all passed away under the administration. And the thing was, he also forgot that during the dignified transfer, he was busted looking at his watch and all that stuff, and just seemed to be, not bothered by these people's, I guess, remains being transferred from the airplane and stuff. He's, sitting there doing this and looking around, and then he forgets to put his hand over his chest, and he just like stupid shit like that. But all that's just completely forgotten by him. You know what I mean? So he goes up on stage and makes that insane claim, and then has insane memory loss, obviously, because if you don't
Yeah.
remember that shit, then you're somewhere else. You're somewhere else on the hemisphere.
And that's horrible. Like, can you imagine? That's our president. He doesn't give a
No, I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
our president, but yeah.
appointed president, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's completely horrible.
And I think too, it wasn't even so much a debate, because they didn't really debate over anything. It was more or less their way to justify his presidency, I think, at this point, because they were kind of like, oh yeah, we're just going to throw him up there and he's going to do good. We're going to have, 7 days of debate training or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
no cards or nothing, no props, no nothing were to be used, and he completely fucking failed.
Yeah, look how that came out for them. Like,
Yeah.
that's so horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's see, what else do I got in there? Yeah. So with that being said, do you think they're gonna replace? Do you think they're gonna replace him?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I can't hear you. Gotta move that mic.
Absolutely.
Move that microphone.
I do think that they are going to replace him. Hopefully with Trump, but unfortunately, I think that Gavin Newsom is going to end up being on the ballot, and because
over Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah. Me personally, I think that Gavin Newsom is. I would rather have Trump, as our president.
Well,
but
yeah, no, I'm
ballot,
saying on the ballot, not on.
Yeah.
On the ballot,
So,
they're gonna try to replace him.
yeah, so I think on paper, Gavin Newsom, he's a good-looking guy. He's great.
Looks
with
like
people.
Dracula.
he's a piece of shit, but like as a whole, on paper, he looks good for the people.
You know what he looks like on paper? Poop. On toilet paper. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like.
But yeah, that's interesting that you think Kamala Harris.
Well, I mean, because she's next in line.
I mean, she might be, but
They might just throw a Hail Mary and change some shit up, I think. But I think personally they'll probably go just because Kamala's up next. She's a front runner, but they have all these no name people, including Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, Stretching Gretchen as they called her. She's the one that she's the one that they had set up the whole FBI bullshit to make it look like she got kidnapped and.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and they found out that it was all fucking set up by the feds. So that's gonna be not a front runner, but she seems to think so. And she's, we can take Michigan, let's go. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Because they're getting slaughtered right now in all those swing states. So yeah, good luck to those guys. Not so much, but yeah. So I think either way, if they can't figure some shit out on either how to cheat or do something with the election ballots or something like that, Trump's got it in the bag this time because too many people, like I've been saying, are pissed off now.
Even for the fact that CNN posted all on their newscast, like, oh, Democrats are in trouble. Democrats are worrying that after the speech, like, yeah, you should be.
Well, they knew it was coming.
You guys are in trouble.
They did it this early because they're going to try to find a replacement. Like I said, the last episode that wasn't recorded. Yeah, they were completely just lost in the sauce. They thought he was going to come out and kill it, and he flubbed. So, now they got to pick up the pieces. But they did do it early like this, so like that way they can find another replacement for him. It's easy. They did it on purpose.
Well, they had all this time because they had to have known that they needed a replacement.
You're cutting in and out so bad.
You're talking
this way and the microphone is that way.
They had to have known that they needed a replacement a long time ago because there's no way that you can look at Biden and see that he's of right mind.
Well, that was a given the first time he tried to get up the stairs on the Air Force One and fell down 15 times.
So I think that they're hiding it from us.
They're not hiding anything. Everything's in plain sight right now. They got it. They think that they're hiding it, but they don't hide shit good because everything that they've done, plotted, is all out in the open and everybody can see it. So it's not going to be a big secret who it is. It's just them making their decision. That's all it's going to be.
No, that's true.
Let's see what else. Oh, that thing that I was telling you about with the dishwashers, the dishwasher pods.
Oh, yeah.
So, little PSA. Apparently, the dishwasher pods or stuff like that or whatever can actually be way more harmful than helpful, apparently, because they're leaving, what is it called? The research showed rinse aids contain alcohol ethoxylates in mainstream dishwasher tablets, and that can inflame your guts and stuff like that and get people sick, and it's not good. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but they're mainstream dishwasher pods and tablets and all that stuff. It says, alcohol ethoxylates in mainstream dishwasher tablets inflame your gut's epithelial cells and alter cell survival, cytokine signaling, and metabolism. So yeah, that might not be that good. Specifically, rinse aid residues were found to be cytotoxic, and disruptive to the intestinal epithelial barrier, weakening your gut lining, and that can lead you to have leaky gut. Leaky gut.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which allows toxins to enter your bloodstream, potentially causing inflammation, allergies, and autoimmune diseases. So, we gotta check out, and you guys too, check out the dishwasher tabs and pods if you guys use them, because it might be fucking up your insides. So we might go back to the days of hand washing. I don't know.
But you still have to use soap.
Well, yeah, soaps. But I'm saying, because like I never got the whole thing with the whole, let's make a plastic pod. Where does all that other shit go? Like once it dissolves and like it's got to go somewhere. It's like getting all in the water and your dishwasher and shit.
But it's supposed to be, what is it, biodegradable?
I don't know. I don't make them. But supposedly those are not good to use.
Luckily, we use it liquid, but still.
Yeah, I mean, the tab things are kind of, I don't know. I've always been kind of sketch on those.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do I have on here? Julian Assange has struck a plea deal with the U.S. government, and he got out of jail, or was released from the United Kingdom last week. So he's gonna be. I guess he took a plea deal, and that dude, he needed to be freed a long time ago, but he had to go into seclusion and hiding in the UK. Where was it at? Let me see. Yeah, he's been held in London's high security Belmarsh prison for 5 years, following 7 years of asylum in Ecuadorian embassy in London. And his asylum was revoked in 2019, leading to his arrest. So they gave him up. They gave him up to the UK, and they put him in jail. And it says the charges arose from one of the largest leaks of classified information in U.S. history, which occurred during Obama's term. Surprise, surprise.
Shocking.
So the WikiLeaks thing is what he was accused of doing, like the whole info, leaks. That's and all that stuff.
Okay.
Which includes the Collateral murder video in 2010, which showed U.S. helicopter pilots killing Iraqi civilians. And he also had a publication of over 250,000 U.S. diplomatic cables known as Cablegate, revealing sensitive diplomatic communications and U.S. espionage activities, and the exposure of the Iraq war logs and Afghan war diary, which detailed the realities of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, including civilian casualties and underreported incidents of abuse. So yeah, this dude would just let it all out. He fucking got all these records and just typed them, put them online and released them. And people were getting a hold of him and being like, hey, what the fuck's the government doing? And he's like, surprise, this ain't the first time.
Here you go.
Yeah, this ain't the first time these fools have been busting moves like this. But so he's got to deal with the U.S. government, and hopefully they, I guess it's not going to be a prison term. So who knows? He could just be on fucking house arrest or something like that for a while.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong.
Not really. But and of course they said it was he was working with the Russians and all this shit, but you know how that goes. Every time they accuse Russia of doing something, it's their own people.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can never be too positive with that. And then this other one I forgot about. As of July 1st, this is in Tennessee, unfortunately. Fortunately, thank God it's in Tennessee anywhere, but it's not in California because California doesn't care. But as of July 1st, convicted child rapists in Tennessee will be sentenced to the death penalty without any exceptions. Way to go, Tennessee. Yeah. You guys are doing your shit right out there. Yeah, let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for Tennessee. Clap it up. Let me see. Way to go, Tennessee. You guys are on a fucking terror streak, dude.
Doing God's work.
Clap it up. Yeah, so they passed HB 1663 to allow the death penalty after a 77 to 19 vote. And the 19 votes that came in were all the Democrats. So, shocker there once again. But yeah, shout out to Tennessee for fucking killing the child predators.
Good.
That's a good thing.
Ugh.
It's way overdue. I think anywhere in the world, in the U.S., whatever. Let me see, what else do I got?
I think
on
that's
here?
Awesome. But
Yeah.
how many people do you think that are gonna be like, no, like we shouldn't be wasting our taxpayer money, like our taxes on.
Well, don't waste taxpayer money. Just hire some of us, and we'll go out and kill them for you guys.
Well, I mean that would be the dream. But there's gonna be a bunch of people out there that are gonna say like, why are we paying taxes for that?
Well, because you don't want child predators in your fucking state or your communities or whatever.
Exactly. So, okay, hear me out. In my head, when they get put into prison, prisoners will say like, "Oh, show me your papers." And they'll see that they're chomos. Okay? And they will do worse.
Well, they know before they even get there, probably. Like,
Right.
hey, who's coming in here? We're about to mark this fool, and he's about to get dealt with.
So I think that, like, the prisoners will do the damage itself before
Well, yeah.
they get to.
That's what I'm saying. But they're gonna
death
be in
penalty.
they're gonna be on their death row versions of whatever it is, and they won't
And they
be able
won't
to get
make
touched.
it. Yeah.
So hopefully they expedite all those executions, because if they went to jail for that shit and went on death row in California, they'd sit for 40 years. Shit, the kids would probably have a higher probability of dying themselves, which is sad, before these fuckers get killed. Yeah. So, that's just how it goes. They need to start offing these guys, and that's what we're about here. So, down with the fucking child predators for sure, all the way, 100%. They need to legalize that shit across all the states. That'd be rad.
Absolutely.
Let me see. So, I don't know if you heard about this one. The former school district police chief, who was in charge in 2022 Uvalde Elementary School shooting, went to jail. They arrested him on child endangerment charges. Pete Arredondo was the chief of police, and he's got all kinds of shit. But the shooting itself related, or the shooting was related at Robb Elementary, and it resulted in the deaths of 21 people, including 19 kids. And each of the 10 counts. What did it say? Each of the 10 counts against Arredondo pertains to children who survived the attack. He was accused of placing these kids in imminent danger through the acts of omission and negligence. And it took them 5 months after the indictment to do it. And it's a good thing, because they said the charges come after more than 5 months of investigation by a grand jury. Several specific failures were cited, including Arredondo's inability to identify the situation as an active shooter event, delaying the law enforcement responses, and failing to enforce the school district's active shooter response plan. So the cops under his watch waited an hour and 14 minutes on site before engaging the shooter. So they were just sitting there chilling in the hallways, and yeah, it was really bad. Like you could watch the footage online and stuff, and they're just in the hallway like, what the fuck do we do? And meanwhile, this dude's locked inside of classrooms and just, getting all these kids in danger, basically killing people and shit. And it was bad. He was also criticized for attempting to negotiate with the gunman instead of taking immediate action to neutralize the threat, and for not providing the necessary keys and tools to enter the affected classrooms promptly. And another officer, Adrian Gonzalez, was also indicted on similar charges. And it's not going to look good for these guys. It wasn't a good thing, but Arredondo, he was heard on the body cam footage telling the officers to fucking wait. Like, hey, yeah, don't go in there. Just fucking wait. Like, wait. And meanwhile, these kids and teachers and stuff are literally being slaughtered. And so he's going down. He's going to jail finally. Thank God. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up again. Clap it up. Clap it up for the arrest. It's awesome. Yeah, it was just all around bad situation from top to bottom. So he's going to jail. The other guy's going to jail with him, and good luck in there, as we all know how the prisoners feel about anything related to that.
Well, good. He deserves it.
And then I just seen recently too, up in San Francisco, they have new signs. I think I was telling you about this. The signs that are posted everywhere.
Oh, the stolen goods must be over $930.
Yeah, stolen goods must remain under $950.
There you go.
They're literal signs that have been posted around San Francisco, and just letting everybody know, hey, if you're gonna steal shit, make sure it's under this amount, or else you're gonna be charged with a higher charge instead of a misdemeanor. And they voted on that back in 2014. Which is the Prop 47 thing, and it downgraded the penalties from felony to misdemeanor. And at this point, they just don't even give a shit anymore. Let's be honest. I mean, it's California. It's a fucking shithole. Always has been. Always will be.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So I had read about there was a store that all of their items were marked at the 950?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was marked every single item, whether it be, a candy, a soda, whatever it is, everything is marked at that price.
Yeah.
And then you go to the counter and the checker, the owner of the store, would give you a coupon so that it would be, the regular price. So if anyone steals, oh yeah, this candy bar, $1,000, whatever.
$1,000 for a fucking candy bar.
But they would get in trouble for it. I think that's great.
Whatever you got to do, awesome. I guess. Whatever you got to do. But yeah, that's San Francisco for you. That's also Gavin Newsom, and that's also maybe the presidential front runner for the Democrats. I don't know. Probably going to be. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, moving from that, the armored MMA that I was telling you about, I gotta talk about that because that was dope. Okay, so I know on here in previous episodes we've talked about the the medieval
times,
medieval combat tournaments that they have that are on YouTube. You can go watch them. That shit's pretty intense. They have like the massive groups of people fighting each other, and they're all in medieval chainmail and stuff. Yeah, this one is even sicker though because they get two. It's 1-on-1, so there's two guys in the cage, an MMA full size MMA cage. They're head to toe, got the whole medieval garb on. They're metal. They're knights basically, whatever you want to call it.
Insane.
And they're going at it with each other with weapons and shields, and it's pretty crazy. You can check it out on like Instagram or whatever it is. Look it up on YouTube. It's relatively new. So, I mean, it's just another step forward in
MMA.
Armored MMA.
Armored MMA. Okay.
Armored MMA. Yeah.
MMA.
Yeah. Look it up on Instagram because you can find a few videos on there. So it's two guys that are in a cage match basically. And they're full armor and they have shields and weapons and everything. And there's rules to it though. So like the rules state, and there's also like a referee. He has like a big ass like helmet with a face shield, and it's pretty wild. So the rules are: there's no stabbing or thrusting your weapons, no shots to the neck or throat, no shots to the armpit, no shots to the back of the knee, obviously no shots to the groin or to the top of the foot, and no targeting the kidneys, no kicking or stomping a downed opponent, but knees are okay. So you can knee them when they're down, but you can't just like stomp the back of their head and do crazy stuff. And then you can't jump off the cage onto a downed opponent. You have to watch this fucking you have to watch this on YouTube or go to Instagram. That's where it just popped up in my feed, and I was like, dude, this is so rad.
It sounds so crazy, but it's like, imagine watching like WWE.
Well, imagine just watching cage fighting, but with like medieval people. Like,
yeah, like it's like a mix, like MMA
kinda,
plus
yeah.
WWE, but wearing like, if imagine you're at
full suits of armor, like head to toe.
complete like chain wear and like metal helmets. Like it is insane. It is so.
And like, you can pick people up and slam them as long as they don't land like on their head. Like you can't spike them onto their head. Right. So these dudes are picking each other up. They're tripping each other. They're like doing like the full MMA thing where they can get them on the ground and just ground and pound, but they can't like hit to their neck or like their throat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're fucking swinging like full on swords at each other, like, and bouncing them off. They have like shields and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, that was pretty rad though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else left going on with this. Just a quick little video demo, I guess, for the time being. With all the new gear, had to do something new. Hopefully this gets out pretty soon. It shouldn't be too long. I will have to learn how to use everything. We'll get more into like the fun side of the Rodecaster. I'm glad I bought that thing. That thing is pretty righteous.
Yeah, it really is great.
New camera. Hopefully the quality's good for you guys. I think it looks pretty good. Just checking it out from here. But yeah, so like we always do, you can find the show. Now it's going to really for real be on YouTube once the episodes are uploaded and they're ready to go. As usual, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you guys get your streaming on. Those are still going to be out separately. I guess I'm not sure. I'll have to navigate all that stuff when the time comes. But yeah, for now we're gonna try our best to get all this stuff uploaded, edited, and out to you guys so that way you can check out the episodes and still keep rolling with us. We appreciate it. As always, go check out the Instagram. You can follow it at digital_demons_podcast. So get there, follow the page. Definitely check out the YouTube once the videos upload. If I can get them out, like I said, you can find it there at just Digital Demons Podcast. Or if you guys have any kind of questions or whatever, you can use the fan mail app on all the episodes that are on like Spotify and
you gotta check that out.
It's
so awesome.
It's pretty cool. You guys can just tap the link on the episodes and you can send me messages directly through there instead of emailing me. But if you want to email me, just go to digitaldemonspodcast@gmail.com.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid because
I promise we won't answer anything.
Yeah, no holds barred on this side of things. So yeah, get with the program, guys. I appreciate everybody for listening. Yeah, the ones that have been following the show for a while know we're trying to get some other guests on, and definitely gonna have some good episodes for you guys now that we have the ability to film. We have the Rodecaster, we have iPads and phones and computers and all the good and necessary things to make a dope ass podcast for everybody now. So thank you guys for joining, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.